It's a unique situation here because Auburn has an interim head coach right now. Your alma mater with Cadillac Williams, a friend of the show who we really love. The Colts now just hired Jeff Satruday, who was a former player, balled out there, interim head coach with, you played for a lot of different kind of coaches. What type of head coach are you really looking for? We talk about CEOs versus schematical guys, and you're talking about bringing Hugh Freeze in, who would clearly know how to run an offense. What are you looking for when you play for a head coach?
Man, I'm looking for somebody that's going to be honest with me first and foremost. I think sometimes with these new age and recruit, the new generation type of kids, they're looking for best friends, and I don't think that's really the right route to go about picking a school or picking what head coach you want to play for. I'm looking for somebody that's going to hold everybody accountable, be honest with the players, and really draw that line between player and coach. Because you can have coaches that are great, player type coaches, coaches that players run through a wall for, but there's still a line drawn to where that's player and that's coach. I think in the past we've got too buddy with some of the players, and it's kind of holding us back in a sense, to where I think players be looking at coaches as more so as friends and not the coach that's developing them to get them ready for that next level. So I'm looking for somebody that's going to bring a discipline aspect, honesty aspect, and just hold everybody accountable and worry about the X's and O's.
So that's a good point. Is that tougher for someone like Cadillac Williams or Jeff Satruday or Dan Campbell, or even really, Mike Vrabel was a great former player.
College versus NFL. To me, I feel like it'd be harder in the NFL because they're making more money than you.
Yeah, when I look at Dan Campbell with the Lions, we saw the two-a-days, or Hard Knocks, the episodes, like being a former player, he was able to connect in a great way with those guys, but does that create like a blurred line where it's like, oh, he's more of a friend? When I look at Nick Saban, there's a line and it doesn't get crossed, No,
like even with the situation with Lack, Lack's done a good job being the running back coach and doing all those things, but now him as a head coach, it's up to that coach to draw that line. You can be player friendly all you want, but when it's time to play ball, when it's time to work, when it's time to do, those type of things, it has to be like, no, we know that's coach. That's not, Cadillac that's walking in the hallways with all the energy and all those things. So it's really up to the player. And you bring up Jeff Satruday, and I know everybody's going crazy about Jeff Satruday just out of the blue getting this job. I played with Jeff. He's probably one of the best leaders I've ever been around. So sometimes it's not necessarily like experience or what your resume is. Sometimes you need somebody that just knows what it's like to be in the fire, knows what it's like to, what the locker room is going through and all those things. And that's why you hire great assistant coaches around you to kind of worry about the football aspect. And then you as a head coach is more of a CEO. You want to make sure you put everybody in position to be able to do their job effectively. Yeah. The best coaches I've been around always treated their assistants like head coaches. Bruce Arians was big on all his assistants being head coaches of their room. So he didn't really give them rules and regulations on how to run their room. He wanted them to really run their room like they're the head guy in charge. So sometimes you just got to be a good CEO and just put great people around you and keep that thing going.
Man, that's
good to
such
hear.
A great
That's
point.
Great.
And Jeff Saturday's the center. It's like I said, if I had to pick one person on offense to do my taxes and not screw it up, it'd be the center.
Me too.
And then again, we talk about letting your coaches coach. Go ahead, Jerraud.
I was about to say, I know I'm short on time, but that's a good point. When you're talking about football positions, the center position, middle linebacker, safety, and quarterback are like the four positions to where if you're looking for somebody to lead, those are typically the positions that are leading your team, because everybody got to look at them to get play calls, look at them to get checks, look at them to get everything, because they're the closest ones that's speaking to the CEO or the coaches that's making the decision. So when it comes to players becoming head coaches, players become coaches, I like to go back and look at what position some of these former players played, and normally it's a position of leadership within the team.
And location, geography matters. Where are all those positions? In the middle of the field, too.
Yep,
so
exactly.
It goes hand in hand.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like that content, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.